Hey Scorpio, welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be your love reading, Scorpio. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on this is when the message is meant for you. Spirit, please and thank you for the sign of Scorpio. Messages of guidance for love. Messages of guidance for love for the sign of Scorpio. The strongest messages will always come through. Sometimes they are very specific, meant for one person sometimes or for people. If it doesn't resonate for you, Scorpio, don't make it fit. I am doing personal readings, which are a lot more detailed because I'm reading one or two energies and with your specific questions. So if you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below. Okay, Scorpio. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. Please excuse my sniffling or throat clearing. Okay, let's see. All negative energy must leave the space now. For Scorpio. Wow, when I was shuffling, she came out. And here she is again, the Queen of Wands. Someone that's very magnetic, very charming, card of Aries, very creative, very passionate, very intuitive, and very spiritual. It's the kind of energy that walks in the room and you can feel it. There's a sense of confidence, there's a sense of self-assuredness that you get with the Queen of Wands energy. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Scorpio. Could be dealing with an Aries, you don't have to be. Could be a fire sign, but it's someone that is very magnetic. Maybe even someone with red hair is what I just heard. And this could be male or female. Queen energy can be held by both the male and the female embodiment. Obviously, it's a representation of feminine energy. Very seductive energy as well is what I'm feeling. Temperance, card of Sagittarius. This is a major arcana, so there's something divine about this love or this connection. There's something healing about it and protective as well, Scorpio. It feels like you feel safe around this person or with this person. There's a sense of peace in their presence, and this could also be what they are feeling about you. Temperance, exactly. It's balance, it's equanimity. When we are in one extreme or the other, it can be very uncomfortable. Even if we are madly in love, it feels unsafe at times because the fear is that you are going to lose the feeling or lose the person. And then you can also be at the other end of extreme of that spectrum, which is in a relationship but not feeling anything and wanting to get out. So this, whatever this connection is, it's a balance. It feels safe and secure because it's not extreme in any way. And Scorpio, you understand when I say extreme, because and not extreme but deep, your emotional capacity can be extremely deep and intense. So when you do feel, you feel deeply, you love deeply, you think about things deeply. And as a water sign, it's very much heart-based and emotion-focused, even though you might not show it. So this is a refreshing sense of feeling balanced and in control. is what I'm feeling. Anxiety and sleepless nights, that's interesting. Maybe, this is about bringing balance. Maybe it is an emotion or an extreme where your thoughts are taking over. It's interesting that I was talking about the discomfort of being madly in love and being afraid that you might lose it. This could be the energy that you're feeling, Scorpio, maybe overthinking the person's texts or communication, keeping you up at night, wondering about whether this is a relationship that is going to last, worried about whether the person sees you in the same way. Let's just see what else comes out, because I was not expecting that at all. There's some sleepless nights about the Scorpio. Queen of Cups energy. So there's two queens. Maybe this is what the sleepless nights are about. Maybe there are two energies here that are involved in the situation and you are needing to make a decision about it. The Queen of Cups, card of Cancer, very different energy, whereas the Queen of Wands is coming from a fire perspective. Fire, charming, can be manipulative, very seductive, very magnetic, highly intuitive. Cancer is also highly intuitive, but you'll get a more nurturing energy from a Queen of Cups than you would Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands can be no nonsense. Queen of Cups is a very nurturing energy, also a water sign, so you will resonate with this energy. It could also be a mother energy. So maybe this is someone that has children, but it is a very caring, comforting, a feeling of being at home. It's the kind of sense you get when you walk into a home where you feel nourished, where you feel like you can nest, where you feel like you can let your guard down, your nervous system relaxes. You might receive a nourishing meal. There's a fireplace, there's a nice couch to sit on. It's that kind of sense of coming home. Also could be male or female, but a Cancer energy, a very empathic energy as well. Someone that takes care of you. And maybe there's a decision here, Scorpio, between a very passionate connection versus a very emotionally grounded connection. Strength. You are needing strength in this situation. And card of Leo, major arcana, this is about taming the beast within. So, holding back, and it's equanimity again, holding back from moving impulsively, moving, out of desire, moving out of the primal needs that we have. It's taming that part of ourselves. So not overindulging, not being gluttonous, not moving from a place of lust, but rather trying to find a happy medium, or to ground that energy so that you're not making any spontaneous, impulsive, emotional decisions either. And that takes strength and courage, because when you are in a very passionate connection, to hold back that primal instinct is not the easiest thing to do. But it does feel like there's strength needed here, maybe even to make a decision between two energies, between two people, or two different avenues. Yes, this is about who are you going to make this offer to, who are you going to invest in, which relationship are you going to choose to invest in. And this could be what is keeping you up at night, because this is a very serious commitment moving forward. You want to know that this pentacle, which is one pentacle, it's the Ace of Pentacles, it's the beginning of something in the material world. And there are no guarantees whether this is going to turn and evolve into the Ten of Pentacles, which is commitment and abundance. It's a risk you take in a relationship, right? It's a risk making a commitment towards something that you are unsure of what the outcome would be. But there is huge potential here. It's just about where are you going to plant the seed is the sense that I'm getting, Scorpio. And it is about a new beginning, but a single new beginning. And you are maybe feeling a little bit guarded about sharing what's going on with you. Yeah, there is, the one instance is very, very passionate, and it almost ignites your sense of intuition and creativity, and the other is very grounded. So I guess you are choosing between, potentially two different paths. And both of those paths are equally attractive. It's just about what you consider to be more beneficial for you, for your nervous system, and what aligns with what you want for your future. Any advice here for Scorpio, please, in this situation? Feeling trapped, Scorpio. You are feeling trapped in your own mind a little bit about this, but you're not really trapped. And maybe it's worthwhile to just take a step back and not overthink, trying not to overthink this, because the mind can take us into a rabbit hole of different scenarios that may never happen, and it can create unnecessary anxiety. So some grounding work might, what actually really helps me is Copilot or ChatGPT. When I find that I'm spiraling, I'll type in everything that I'm feeling, and it's amazing how that robot can ground me, knowing my history. And with all our chats, let's look at this from a grounded perspective, from a neutral, objective perspective. What are the facts here? What are the pros and cons? Perhaps you can look at it in another way, and that's the energy that you need, Scorpio, maybe even to talk to wise counsel or to pray about this, and to maybe journal, because journaling can help ventilate your thoughts. When you put something down on paper that is uncensored, so not curating what you are writing down, but making sure that everything that you are thinking, you are expressing in your journal, and you can burn that afterwards. But what it does is it ventilates the mind, the mental faculties, so that you don't find yourself in a repetitive loop, keeping you up at night. There is happiness in the situation, and I feel like there's something about your childhood that is influencing this decision, and maybe it's how you felt nurtured and safe in childhood, that you are, looking at whether a creative, fiery, passionate, adventurous route is what you are up for, or whether it is comfort, whether it is the comfort of someone that is maybe grounded and more nurturing, because these are two very different energies or personalities, and both have their pros and both have their, the cons, the negatives of that. So there's something about your childhood that is drawing you in one particular direction. Whatever you decide, Scorpio, this is about what is aligned with your sense of identity and where you want to go. and what is going to make you feel comfortable, and safe in your own identity and sense of self-worth, and where you feel truly seen. Yeah, this is, the outcome of this is amazing. So it is also a card of home. It's interesting because I keep getting the sense of home that you are looking for, Scorpio. Maybe you have been in passionate, adventurous, impulsive relationships in the past, and what you are seeking now is a sense of stability, emotional stability as well, not just physical, but a sense of feeling safe and at home with someone. The lust or the passion in a connection doesn't burn forever. And maybe, that's something you are now realizing is you would prefer. I think, some of you are maybe just ready to settle down, is the sense that I'm getting. Because you are tired of the highs and lows of following, a primal instinct, which is also the taming the beast energy. But whatever you decide, there is a positive outcome here at the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles. So move slowly and pragmatically with this decision, because this is about a long-term partnership here. And what fuels you, and in a relationship where you can both grow and where you both bring something to the table for the relationship to grow. And maybe it is, past relationship that is still affecting how you decide, Scorpio. So it's healing from that as well. Connecting the dots and realizing that situations don't have to repeat themselves if our motivation is evolving and changing, and if we as people are evolving. It doesn't have to be a repeat of past situations. Okay, Scorpio, clarity of mind is what is probably needed here, and maybe it's worthwhile to talk to someone that you trust about what it is that you are thinking, or to pray about it and journal. I do feel journaling for some of you. I want to draw you an oracle message to close off this reading. Spirit, please and thank you for the sign of Scorpio. Messages of guidance, oracle messages of guidance. Please and thank you. Shaman, interesting. Trust in higher forces. Yeah, I really do believe, Scorpio, that praying about the situation is going to bring you the guidance that you need. Whew. Shaman. Trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. And we can give our power away to our past as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be to a person, but we can give our power away to a past that might not even, be the reality of what this present moment is. On the inner planes, all of the shamans of times gone by are helping the human race to understand the complexities of life and the needs of Mother Earth. If this card comes to you, it is because you need to do some release work with lower energies or with your lack of trust in the spiritual energies that are guiding you, the shaman will aid you in your quest. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct the situation and come out on top. The shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. So the shaman can be a priest as well, if you resonate with that, but it's the energy of wise counsel, which is what I was feeling could be very beneficial for you. But it's also about connecting with your guides, your angels, your ancestors that are helping you through this situation, Scorpio. I hope this helped. If you would like a further deep dive for a personal situation, my details are in the description box below. But sending you love and strength and courage and blessings, Scorpio. Until next time.